Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of Blazers Inside Access. I'm Kirk McDonald. We're coming to you live from the Belhaven football locker room where the team is preparing for this week's matchup with Louisiana College. Let's take a look back at last week's game against University of the Cumberlands. The Blazers lost 21-10. Here's Belhaven offensive coordinator Craig Bowman.
Yeah, we were pretty pleased with some of our production last week, that we were able to move the ball, put ourselves in a real positive position. Would have liked to finish off some of those drives, but a lot of good things to carry us over into this week.
This week's C Spire Athlete of the Week was Will Mansour. Will Mansour also earned the hat trick for Player of the Week honors this week, as he was also named the Southern States Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Week and the NAI National Offensive Player of the Week. Mansour scored 4 more goals this past weekend and has 9 on the season. He leads the nation in total goals, game-winning goals with 3, and total points with 21. The Belhaven men's soccer team is now 4-0 on the season and ranked 6th in the latest NAI Top 25 poll after their 2 wins against SCAD Savannah and Tennessee Wesleyan this past weekend. The Blazers knocked off SCAD 2-1 and shut out Tennessee Wesleyan 5-0. Here's Coach McMahon on his thoughts on the weekend.
I think SCAD was predicted to be second in their conference, and Tennessee Wesleyan was predicted to win their conference. And that's what we found. Both teams were quality, and SCAD, the first game, definitely gave us quite a bit of problems. They were very defensively organized. They were strong. They were a big team, very aggressive, and found a way to play, pull that through. I didn't think we played particularly well, but credit to the guys in finding a way to win.
The women's soccer team had a tough go of it the last 3 matches, but the positive is that they were able to stay in and battle with all 3 opponents, losing each match by just 1 goal. The Blazers fell to Union University out of Tennessee 1-0, and Milligan College 1-0, and then Delta State, an NCAA Division II school, 2-1. Here's head coach Josue Sabion's thoughts on the last 3 matches.
Last weekend was tough for us because we were, on the road. It's one of our goals for us to improve our record from a year ago. I thought that those were 2 tough losses, 1-0, both of them. But the first game, I thought Union University did a good job, especially on the second half, and we got lucky to be 1-0. But on the second game against Milligan, I thought that we were the better team. But again, it's kind of like tonight. We had opportunities and we don't put them away. We make one mistake in the back and then they put it away, and then we happen not to. I guess we look back and regret not to put one of those away. So
the volleyball team got off to a good start in their 2012 season, taking 2 matches at the Millsaps Invitational Tournament last weekend. The Blazers came back for a 3-2 victory over East Texas Baptist University and then upended Faulkner 3-1. The Blazers battled Millsaps tough, but ended up falling 3-1. Here's head coach Jordan Lay on his team's performance this past weekend.
Well, I think starting off any season 2-1 is an absolutely amazing start. And what I told my team was, if this is a sign of things to come, we are going to have a really great season. It's a tough loss against Millsaps, a crosstown rival, but we're going to build off that. Any loss, you have to take positive out of and really work on those.
The Belhaven men's and women's cross-country teams meet at Choctaw Trails last week was postponed due to Hurricane Isaac. This week, on Saturday, the men's and women's teams will both be in the Loyola Wolfpack Invitational in New Orleans, Louisiana. A big weekend in store for Blazers athletics, and fans, you don't want to miss out on all the action happening on the campus of Belhaven University. The volleyball team will host an invitational tournament beginning Friday and then concluded on Saturday. The women's soccer team is in action at home against Northwood University at HT Newell Field at 11 a.m. Here's Coach Sabion's thoughts on the game this weekend.
I think it's going to be a good game. Every non-conference game is always preparing us for our conference game. We're going to see physicality, we're going to see athleticism. It's going to be a tougher game, but we need those games so we can be sharpened and be ready for our conference game. So I'm looking forward to that home game on Saturday.
The men's soccer team will follow the women's soccer team at Newell on Saturday. They'll battle Texas College at 2 o'clock. And then Saturday night, the football team locks up with Louisiana College for their home opener at 7 p.m. Here's Coach Bowman's thoughts on the game this Saturday.
The thing about Louisiana College is they are a top team in Division III. They're a lot faster than what we saw up in Kentucky last week. They have a linebacker, number 17, who blitzes a lot for them and plays plays real hard on defense. So we're looking at a lot of team speed from those guys. So kind of the idea is to try and hit them between the tackles a little bit.
And once again, another big weekend for Blazers Athletics. We hope to see you at the ballpark. And if you can't make it, follow all the action at blazers.belhaven.edu. This has been another edition of Blazers Inside Access. I'm Kirk McDonald. We'll see you next week.